Can you come and help us raise the flag? Bari Ibrahima nga fele na ñun katam di juna al ñan takaram na juna ala dun because yalla mo mera sirina man la fi mo di la sirina man la fi mo hakota la ala terendi mo mera sirin bake ala dunya ala dunya ala dunya ala dunya ala dunya
let me see I'm just saying this okay oh
okay. Very good. Very good. Can you do that? So the people have been waiting for too long. I'm very concerned about that. Okay. Now, can you? Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Now, I'll just roll it. That's a big children there. Okay.
Yes, there is a tune. So, Alamutaku, can someone also, so you face the media.
National anthem.
National anthem.
National anthem. All right. Now I will take answers from the media. I'll take your questions. Now, any questions? Well, thank you very much for coming. Well, thank you, sir.
Ala baraka bake ka mobe tentu kali jayi ka bring parti militanolu meli bijang ani meli mannano kombe yallo nyamena covid la restriction obe kerine ali se continue ngana meetingol ke barinse distance ni muhammadiol kana siya bake kurango nyin kama ani se na maxol use woto kamobe tentu kali jayi alla nala kananyum flako wulindi GMC main office B media house. We thank you all. Scout band, all the members, we thank you all.
Thank you very much. I want to use the opportunity to make a brief statement about the incident that is rocking every household in this country. Please forgive me, I'm losing my voice because we did not use a public address system. A few days ago, Southern Combo was almost in flames. Communities were enraged about the apparent social injustice that they encountered for many decades, which culminated and erupted in the Sanyang Inferno. A murder incident was turned by a frustrated community, a deeply frustrated community, to express their long grievances that were left long unattended. Grievances that are deeply rooted in social inequality and economic injustice, including persistent, needless environmental degradation and relentless damage to our ecosystem. The Sanyang incident is a very troublesome epoch in our national history. Lives were lost, millions of water property were damaged. But Sanyang is not new in this country. We came through Fonyi, precisely Kanilai, in between a lot across the country. And we came to the bloody day in Faraba, that day of great tragedy that shook the very foundation of our democracy. And we have seen similar upheavals in various communities that are crying out for social and economic justice, that want to preserve their natural resources, their national endowment, and their environment for posterity, for the goodness of this country. And we have seen it again, the deep frustration expressed by the community of Gunjur and adjoining communities. And we have seen again Sanyang, an implosion that also shocked the conscience of our country. Where else? The people of Brufut, the people of Kambo are crying for their lands. We have this land crisis all over the country. We have an environmental nightmare all over the country. The simmering heat continues to warm up. Volcanic stage. And it's falling on deaf ears. We are sitting on a potential power cake. The authorities must rise up to the occasion. The people of this country have spoken several times that they want to see immediate, not yesterday, change before the day before yesterday. That they are impatient. The youth of this country, they want a future. So Sanyang is not just about murder. Sanyang reflects the average frustration of our country. It is the envelope of grievance that was unveiled, that was opened in Sanyang. And so we must take Sanyang to represent the country. It is a microcosm. What prevailed at Sanyang on that fateful day is the feeling of the average Gambian in the last hamlet of this country. But we must not look at the immediate causes that triggered the event in Sanyang. We have to look at the underlying causes. The underlying causes is about the economic frustration that the Gambian feels, the lack of food security, the unconscionable increase in price hikes. When you go to the market, every household in this country is suffering. Alimentary security is a threat to national security. There is hunger in this country. People are poor. Nothing is being done to improve the living standard of our people. The young people have lost hope and continue to lose hope. They look around, they look at the front, they look at the back, and they see nothing. So Sanyang must be taken seriously as the pulse of this country. And that is why I call on the government to cease the politics and cease the economics. I call on the government to focus on the bread and butter issues of the people and not on the ballot. I call on the government to concentrate on the issues that will drive the future of this country and not on the statistics of the crowds that they command at useless political rallies. I call on the government to devise durable, practical, realistic, and pragmatic solutions to the Gambia's economic travail, and not temporary, palliative package that is aimed at winning short-term political scores. Unless we are serious as a people and we care deeply about the future of our children, the future of our families, the future of this country, we will continue to fight over which party color are we loyal to. We will continue to scramble over which lady or which leadership we believe is more perfect. It is the overriding interest of this country that we must focus on. It is not important whether your color is red or pink. What is important? Do you understand the problems of this country? Do you have the solutions? It is not how good you are at raising inflammatory rhetoric. It is not good how you are in heightening the decibel of hate. It is about how practical you are with your solution to the problems that this country confronts. The age-old problems that seem to be here for over half a century, the country continues to battle. So, fellow Gambians, the choice is yours. Sanyang beckons us to take care, or this country may end up in flames, civil flames. But I tell you this, it is self-induced, because we have a government that we must put to account. While we are busy bickering, while we are busy fighting over selfish partisan issues, this country is degenerating into chaos. The potential threat that we face is a threat in everybody's life, and it's a collective responsibility each of us must douse. So I call on you to listen to Sanyang, listen to the ring, listen to the bell of Sanyang, listen to the noise of Sanyang, because that is the decibel that will determine what happens in the next few months in this country. And that is going to determine how shaky or formidable the foundation of our sovereignty will be. So, as we look at the long end of the mountain, we must be conscious of where we stand, because the plank may be lifted from under your feet when you least expect it. But this country will change. Reform it shall be. Develop it shall be. Progress it shall be. Dia Kuya, Gambia Bitanya Atole. I thank you, all of you. So please, can you tell me what your questions are, and we will deal with it. But these are the issues. We want the government to give law enforcement agencies the tools they need, provide them vehicles, give them communication gadgets, give them motorcycles, give them computers, give them uniforms, increase their salaries, retrain them, succeed with the SSR. The SSR is comatose. The SSR is bleeding. We want the government to give proper attention to the security of this country. We want to be protected in our homes. We want our businesses to be safe. We want our children to be safe in our streets when they go to the market, when they go to the playground, when they go back and forth from school. We want to be safe in our dignity. We want the integrity of the Gambian person to be protected and safe. And it is the duty bearer, the government, that has the ultimate responsibility to provide the safety and the protection to all Gambians, wherever you may be. And that is why we are sending this responsibility back to the sender, the Gambia government, to do its duty, what it is duty bound to do, to fulfill its part of the social contract it had signed on the 2nd of December 2016 with the Gambian people. And that contract will be subject to super critical evaluation on December 4th, 2021. It is that day the Gambian will prove its worth. It is that day the Gambian will prove whether you are capable, whether you are eligible to become a Gambian, whether you deserve to be called a Gambian. It is that day we will decide whether you care about what is happening or you give a damn about party color or who a leader is. So fellow Gambians, I call on all of us to rally together, to save, to patrol our communities, to create groups, watch groups, to create watch groups, the young people in your communities, patrol your communities at night, because you are on your own. You are on your own. If you do not patrol your communities, you are on your own, because the police do not have the tools to protect you, because government has not provided the tools. I make a commitment before all Gambians that GMC will make a sea change in 2021, December 4th and 5th, when this country is given into a new rule of leadership. We have proven it. We have proven leadership record for the past 30 years in this country. We have sacrificed for you people. For the past 4 years, we have indicated where we are, on the side of the people, of the average Gambian. We have been criticized. We confronted every false allegation. Each false allegation has been conclusively proven false. And they will continue to invent new allegations. And each of them will be proven false, because we believe we are a leadership with integrity. And this integrity is going to be durable, and the Gambians will see the light of the day, and they will send your GMC to the State House on December 5, 2021. So ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much, and I hope that this country will come together, will gather itself, and rise up from the smoke and the dust of Sanyang as resilient as the people that we are. The triumph that the Gambia shall. Yes. Yes. Yes.
My question is, you work with the government and you have a so glad rapport with the president. And these are threats which are surfacing and they could be dangerous. Would you offer your time to have one-to-one discussion with the president and the executive to make sure that these issues which are emerging are solved?
I think the Gambia government, from the highest level to all those who are relevant to maintaining national security, are fully au fait with my position and are fully aware of the policies that are established at the Ministry of the Interior during my time. The vision is there, the blueprint is there. It was during my tenure as the Minister of Interior that with my team, we initiated the security sector reform, that I dispatched a team with the support of the United Nations Development Program to go all over the country to assess the national security situation, particularly internal security. And a report was compiled. It is called National Security Assessment Report. This report was presented to me and presented to Cabinet. There, it talks about the potential threats that this country would be confronting in the immediate to the long term. And we created a blueprint to meet up with those challenges. The blueprint exists at the Ministry of Interior. I left it there. It is there, available to the government, and I'm advising them to go back to the blueprint. But we also have national security policy, which was also inaugurated during my time and completed under my leadership at the Office of the President as Special Advisor to the President. The national security policy document is there. It talks about these things. There are regular intelligence briefings talking about this potential power cake. These are known to the state. It is not necessary for me and the President or anybody to sit about and discuss this. The facts are there. The evidence is there before them. They should act on them. It is because they are not acting on those issues, that is where we are. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Okay. You might have tangible plans for the country, but as the situation is at this country, there are a lot of political parties, and it's like everyone is on its own.
Yes.
And perhaps it has been difficult for one individually to consider improvement. What is your plan to sure that you get support from other parties.
Thank you very much, but I differ with you. I don't agree with you. I believe what you said is a scenario many people explain. You are not alone. Many people believe that parties must come together because it's very difficult for one party to go ahead. So you are not alone in having that belief. There are many people like you. But respectfully, I want to differ. Right now, GMC is not looking at a possibility of working with any political party. We are focused on one issue alone. And that one issue is, how do we consolidate our retail politics? How do we expand our presence across the country? How do we revive and strengthen some of our structures? This is what we are today. And what you witness today, the GMC Flag Day and the raising ceremony, is evidence of our determination and our conviction that yes, December 4, we can win because we believe we are the best. Anybody else? Yes.
Honorable,
Yes.
I have probably one question or two.
Yes.
The first question is, during your time as Interior Minister, do you have this in your plans to equip the security personnel, especially the police, when it comes to addressing issues like riot, such incidents that happened in Sanya? Do you have this in your plan? And then the second part of my question is, the last time I attended your press conference, you talk about corruption. During your time as Interior Minister, do you have plans? Because the reason why I'm bringing you as an Interior Minister, you said, when you start talking about corruption, you said the police are being paid $2,000, $2,500 and other stuff. During your time as the Interior Minister, do you have these plans to increase the salaries of Gambian police officers and have plans that can minimize to fight corruption in the country?
Thank you very much. I'm sure you're aware that the role of the Interim Minister is different from the role of the Finance Minister. So I don't deal with the budget. What I do present the Minister's estimate to the Ministry of Finance. So to answer your first question, plans about enhancing police performance and police grading system. Yes, I unveiled the entire situation of the police force before the National Assembly in April 2017. I appeared before the National Assembly and I spent 4 hours standing on my feet. 4 hours without sitting for a second. 4 hours I stood on my feet. And I discussed with parliamentarians in very graphic detail the challenges that the internal security outfits experience for the past decades and the solutions to that. So yes, the National Assembly that allocates resources to all government agencies was fully briefed because there was a direct engagement with them at the plenary. So I did that. Beyond that, we also have the policy. And within that policy is there that we must increase the salaries of law enforcement agents, not just the police, the immigration, and all internal security outfits, drug law enforcement agencies, the prison service. They are the lowest paid, the prison service. So all these are issues that we had highlighted and we devised plans for, policies for, in order to transform the general working conditions of the Gambia Police Force, the immigration, the prisons, and the rest. Not only that, I went to the international community and secured $90 million to help the Gambia Police Force with internal security challenges. $90 million. Since vehicles such as no number plates, vehicles that are not roadworthy, and testing the competence of drivers, both private and commercial, and so many other things. All these were plans that we had initiated, very practical plans, working with my team at the time. So the vision was there, and I started working on the vision, but I did not complete it. December 5, when I'm elected president, the vision will be seen through. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonics Money Transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics.
Salam Bitik. Salam Bitik moo leen ay nuyu askan bi jox leen ma seen noppa si wàllum téléphone du Samsung du Nokia Spark xeetam boo xalaat Salam Bitik am na ko waaye tablet yaa ngi fa router yaa ngi fa data card yaa ngi fa xale yi nag seeni tablet ñu fa xale yi ñu bég la Salam Bitik buga waaye mag ñi ñu kontaan xataay leen ñu dem Salam Bitik sa Kairaba Avenue Johnson yi ma njaay kunda bi foofu la gaay nekk soo demee si Salam Bitik di nga fa fekk téléphone yu baax call leen Abdoulaye Cissé si 3939939 mbete it ngeen call ko si 5050150 nuyul leen ma Salam Bitik